Folks, welcome back to Calmsden, last day of September, and I'm going to get a little bit of field work done and then we're going to pick up a contract. So as I said in the last video, in the preparation for moving to version 1.2, I want to get the cornfield ploughed so that when we move maps we don't have to worry about any of the field being in a needs ploughing state. I can use EasyDev or whatever to set it to the basically to harvested, and yeah, I can just get the field in the right state, I guess. Not sure what I'm trying to say there. There was a plan in my head and there was logic when I do it. And I really enjoy ploughing. It's something that I find quite enjoyable and quite relaxing. So yeah, we could probably get a bigger plough on the back of the Puma, but it's what we've got, so we're going to make use of it. Once we've done that, there's a baling contract on field 4, which is one of the fields that I have added contracts to, so we're going to give that a go. If you've watched that video, there are a couple of comments of people saying that some maps don't have those lines in. I think I said in the video, I think there are other ways of making contracts spawn. I'm not an expert in mapping and that kind of thing. It was just something that I noticed in Calmsden, and I think adding the line, if it's not there at all for a non-grass field, actually may not be needed. But since I've added it in, I have found I'm getting more contracts on those fields, so I don't know. Definitely with the grass fields, I think you need grass mission true and probably the other one true as well, or at least not false. Yeah, just play around with it yourself. The idea of those videos is to give you the tools to experiment yourself, and that's very much the idea with the video that I'm working on that'll be out tomorrow, or yeah, probably tomorrow, maybe Thursday, I'm not entirely sure, which is looking at how to set up the Better Contracts mod and how to use that to set up custom vehicle configs for missions. That is about giving you the tools to do it yourself. I am not going to provide a complete set of new contract mission vehicles because it takes a lot of time. I was prepping for it yesterday evening and I think I spent maybe 2 hours doing prep work, finding little bugs and mistakes in how I was doing it, and yeah, so and that was setting up 2 sets of vehicles. So it does get quicker, it does get easier, you can do a lot of copying and pasting, but yeah, I'm going to give, again, it's about giving you the tools to go away and do it yourself. Getting through this field fairly well, so it's fairly enjoyable. I mean, we got a fairly early start. I'm saying fairly often, which is probably fairly annoying if you don't like the word fairly. But yeah, I do enjoy ploughing. I've got this job out of the way. Next video, or at the end of this video, I skipped ahead to October and the sugar beet is ready. So next video will be the last one on this version of Calmsden. We'll get that sugar beet harvested and then move across to 1.2 and add in precision farming. Can't add in Maize Plus yet because that is still going through testing, and one bug fix at the moment, and I guess we've got the 1.5 update that dropped today, assuming I release this on the day I think I do, and I don't know how that's going to affect things. So yeah, we are, or the farming agency are getting closer with that. There's a little bit of work to do still. Be patient, and my advice is yeah, just be patient. Wait. When it's been submitted to ModHub, plan is to release the PDF, so you'll know when it's been submitted to ModHub. I would not advise going and asking on the Maize Plus Discord and starting your conversation with when is Maize Plus being released, because there is no date yet, and it might get you booted. It certainly get you some attention. Yeah. Right, on to the headlands now, and realised I need to have the plough that way round. I need to move the GPS a little bit. They're trying to do this somewhat realistically, with an eye to realism. I think that's what Kartek and I said when we were chatting. I don't play super realistically. I don't think I do. I tend to maybe use more realistic equipment. I don't know. People will tell me I don't, probably, but yeah. It's how I like playing, so how I play. And I use a variety, actually. You know, Greenland's has got some interesting, slightly less realistic stuff on it, like the magical fertilizer spreader. So that's one more headland to go. I was about to say we're done, but I've got a relatively large headland. So what I did here is I set the GPS up for the last line and then just moved across until we were at the point where we were covering everything that needed ploughing, and that seemed to work better, and I think I'm going to do that in future. Means you don't get so much of a funny leftover bit at the end like we had at the other end of the field. And yeah, so I enjoy ploughing. I find it very relaxing. I used to hate ploughing. I used to hate offset ploughs with a passion, but I spent a bit of time playing with them, and actually now I really enjoy them. So let's give everything a wash because it's got very, very dirty. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. It's quite warm here again today, for the UK anyway, and it's also quite windy, and I have lots of windows open in the house, and I have a closed door next to me, and the wind is kind of whistling through the door, so hopefully that doesn't come through. So up to the store, and we're going to pick up this baling contract for Kartek again. He seems to own a lot of fields around here, and it's not a Fendt, Kartek. What's going on? So we have one monstrous case tractor to do everything with, which is why I've brought over the Fendt, because we can use that to do some tedding and stuff. And this is kind of the sort of thing that you'd think with the Better Contracts mod and some user-defined setups, you could... providing one tractor for all of this is a bit annoying. We have enough tractors that it doesn't matter so much, but yeah. I will, one of the setups, if you're on my Discord, you'll have seen one of the setups that I'm looking at, which I will probably set up in the video now that I've tested it. And that's a silage making setup using a modded Deutz tractor, the Fast Bale, which is a mod, and the Vicon mowers, which are mods. So yeah, I think that's the really cool thing about that Better Contracts mod. Had some comments finally about a few of the questions, and I guess some of that is because I record these sometimes before people have seen the other videos or had along to see them. And so far it's I think it's 3-1 on going to normal economy, and that's excluding my opinion. I'm probably in favor of that as well, I think, just because of the price of land, and linked to that, bit overwhelming suggestion that we should lease field 10, which I think is a good idea. We might leave it as grass, I think, at least for now. We may change that in the spring, and then field 9 has been suggested as well. And my dilemma with field 9 is it's freaking huge, and how to split that up. So what I'm thinking is when we restart, we'll lease field 9 and 10. Hopefully we'll be able to afford those going to normal economy, and then I'll fit double words in there. I'll split field 6 into 2 rather than 3, and I'll split field 9 in 2 as well, I think, if I can see a good way of doing that. And that will give us, field 9 is going to give us 2 pretty big fields still, and field 6 is going to give us 2 decent sized fields still, and we'll have the field that we had soybeans up behind the store. So that's going to give us basically 5 nice sized arable fields. Probably will either grass all of field 12 or get rid of field 12, is what I'm thinking at the moment. Because that field is a bit, it's not, so if we've got field 9 and 10, maybe I'll keep it, but I'll just leave it as grass. Anyway, got the tedding done with the Fendt. There was a little bit of a rain shower, which is why the clock has moved on. And now we've got this nice big crone windrow. This is the windrow that I used on my Obeleron survival series. I'm going to bring that survival type series back at some point, I think, but probably not at the moment because I'm enjoying what we have. And I'm doing work in the background recording videos for Maze Plus, so adding in another series is not ideal. So probably a good point to say thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. If you're interested in either of those, there is the YouTube join button, or there is a link to become a patron down below, and there is a barking dog who will hopefully shut up. Nope, I'll be right back. I know, shut up. That's good. Took them for a walk this morning, and now he's just being a bit of a dick. I'd say dick, probably. Yeah, so if you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, you can the join button below. With that, you get the exclusive role on Discord. You get access to the members chat room on Discord, and support the channel. And then with Patreon, or the website is Patreon. If you become a patron, you get the first tier. You get access to the feed, which gives you sort of some stuff around things that I'm working on in the background, and also can't remember, I think that one might get input to the creative side, definitely. So the two higher tiers, you get input to the creative stuff, and I do ask questions on there occasionally. You definitely get to see some of the behind the scenes stuff, and you also get the exclusive Let's Play on Furling. So 6 episodes on there now, which is kind of fun, using the Ford tractors that were released on ModHub, and yeah, they're kind of cool. So what I've done here is, after the advertising spiel, is I've windrowed the headland and I've baled the headland to make some space. I should have done 2 headlands. I never do enough headlands. Don't know why. And we're going to hook the front up to the windrower now. And you might have noticed that before I got to the short run of the headland, I emptied the baler, so that means that there aren't bales when we're trying to turn around. I like doing that just because it makes life easier. And yeah, you'll see that it's pretty snug still with the big windrower and not a lot of room to turn around. So do end up doing a second headland, at least on the 2 short runs, just to make a bit more space to turn and to make it a bit easier. And it tidies up these kind of scraggly bits as well. Getting a nice collection of hay off here, and I think you will have hopefully spotted that with the Better Contracts mod, which I've not really used before, it tells you how much you need to deliver. So we need to deliver, I think, 66,200 litres of hay for Cartec to the sell point, which is 8 and a bit bales at the size we're making them. So I know that if I stick 9 bales on the trailer, we'll complete the contract, and then anything that's left is ours, and we can add to our growing collection of hay bales. I was moderately tempted, because these are being sold, and they're not going direct to Cartec, to use some of our old round bales and sell those off and keep all of the squares. The problem is I didn't have a bale stacker to do that with. Maybe if we'd started earlier in the day, I could have done that, and I could have loaded up the brown bales onto our bale trailer, taken those, delivered them, and then baled this for us and got a load of square bales out of it. And that would have cleared out those older hay bales. I probably need to focus on feeding those in the short term. Keep the slightly newer square bales that we've got. Basically, all of the small round hay bales are from our first cut of hay, I think, still. So yeah, it would be good to get rid of those. And now we've done the headland and baled it, we have a bit more room to turn around, just a little bit nicer. And it's not going to take many trips with this windrower to get this field done, and in fact we are done and just finishing the last couple of rows of baling. But doing these as 240 centimetre bales, if in theory I could have worked out the best bale size to do to minimise the over delivery, but I really didn't care. We've got a lot of hay. This was kind of a nice job. It pays about 13 grand, which is kind of nice. It was nice to use the big case tractor, and made us some money. made us some money, gave us a few grass bales. I think I got hay bales. I think I got 5 hay bales excess off of here, which was not too bad, considering they are 7,500 litre hay bales. I think with the custom contract stuff, I might set the hay contracts up with my setup to do round bales, because you can get a lot more in a round bale, which means you'd have to deliver less. I know what I'm thinking. My advice for that is going to be, once you've got the mod installed and once you've done it a couple of times, just slowly add to it over time. I've gone the wrong way here. And turning around is a bit of a pain with a big tractor and a big bale stacker. I thought although I have highlighted the sell point for some reason, I was off to the Cotswold stores. I think that's the one that's up by the BGA. So turned around and we will head up to the farm shop, which is by the main store. Starting to get dark, but we've just got these bales to pick up, which is a little bit of a challenge in the dark, because there is kind of a massive fade in the light as we get into autumn as the time progresses. I do like that with the lighting that Oxy's added to the map, so all the bales we need delivered, with the lighting that Oxy's added to the map, it gets properly dark. The base game maps just don't. I find that a little bit frustrating. Nice and dark, all the lights on, and I know there are 5 bales in the field, so we're just going to run up and down the field and try and find them. And once we've got 5 bales on, we will know that we are done. I wonder how many farmers in real life have driven around fields like this trying to find those last few bales to get them collected before the rain at night. That's 5 bales for us, so let's get these over to the yard and in the shed. It's quite nice, the shed has half decent lights. It's the other way. Yeah, I'll go that, that's better. Nice. Getting lost a lot today. Hopefully you've noticed as well, I'm not quite so down this week. I'm not sure what's changed, but yeah, not feeling quite so, not so run. I was really worn out one day last week, and if I was short with any of you on YouTube or Discord, I'm sorry, I was really freaking tired. But yeah, not feeling so bad. It's actually a Saturday morning at the moment. The family have gone out, so quick opportunity while the house is empty to do some voiceover recording, and just got back from a 15-mile run, and which was really hard work. So we'll get these bales stacked, and then I forget to words again. I forget to complete the contract. I do that off camera basically at the end. It's about 13-14 grand we get. So thanks for watching, folks. Catch you next time.